Hello again and thanks for joining. So this is another Piko HO scale model which we're going to have a look at today. It's in our hobby range which provides models with limited detail but at a really low price, and that's definitely true of this one. This is number 57633 and it represents a Type BP compartment carriage from the Deutsche Reichsbahn in the classic red and beige colour. This model was originally produced in 2011 and it is still available to this day, so I did get this second hand and I'll tell you how much towards the end of this video, and it's certainly not as much as you might think. So let's get this model out and we'll check it out. So it's quite an appealing colour scheme on this model and it looks pretty cool actually, but it is one model that Piko have done a whole bunch of different liveries on. Personally I quite like this one. Let's have a closer look anyway. So it's obviously made to a budget. It's just a one-piece moulding here. Things like the ladders here and the kick-down plate and other bits and pieces are all integral into that one piece. The roof is a separate part though, and it's just clipped on. And we do have flush fit glazing, which is very clear. We've even got this one here as the toilet with the white on it. We've got some rivet detail moulded in and really clear printing as well. That's very good. We've even got printing down here on the chassis, which is quite incredible for the price point. Up on the roof, this piece of plastic looks pretty good. It does have a bit of a moulding mark here for some reason, but aside from that, it's perfect and it fits together really good too. I did say the windows are very clear, and unfortunately that means you can look inside and see that it has no interior whatsoever. The chassis is a separate piece in black plastic. It does have some steps coming down here, crudely moulded, but at least they're there. And it has brakes in line with the wheels, which is quite incredible. Some detail of springs and axle boxes, but it's fairly basic. But the wheels do revolve really well and they are dulled metal too. Underneath there's a bit of bracing detail and some brake detail as well. We've got couplings and NEM pockets and they do cantilever pretty well too. However, this is quite a light model, so I'm going to put it on the scales and we can see how much it weighs. So this model comes in at 49 grams. So this Type BP coach from Piko, well, it's certainly been made to a budget, but it doesn't really feel that way because the finish on it is absolutely spot on. Yes, some parts which would normally be extras added on, but they could have skimped on some of the detail here. For example, at the end, they could have just made that flat instead of adding all these pieces into the main moulding. It's quite incredible the level of printing on this. Even down on the chassis, it's got lettering, which looks really good. Now, I've been highlighting these as being good value for money coaches on my news reports recently, so I thought I'd buy one myself and check it out. Which leads me on to how much I paid for this. Well, it came in at just £10, which is quite incredible value for money. Yes, it is a second-hand model, but you wouldn't know it from the finish on this particular model. However, brand new, this can be as low as £20 in a sale, which is also very good value for money because when you consider that the wheels and the couplings just on their own would probably be almost £20 if you were to buy them separately. And for that you get an entire coach. This is great value for money. If you're starting out with model railways and you just want to add a few coaches to your layout, then looking at these would be a great idea. If you can get them for £10 a piece, you can get a very acceptable looking train for not much money at all and get you up and running. So it's good to see hobby models like this being available, and it would maybe attract people who don't have massive budgets to get into model railways. So I quite like stuff like this, but what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this coach. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps this channel. I'll put this on the turntable so you can see all the way around. And in a moment, another video will appear on screen. Just select that and I'll see you there. But that's it for this one. Thanks for checking out this coach with me and I'll see you on the next one.
So model train, model world, choo choo, model train, in tiny world, choo choo, model train, model world, choo choo, model train, in tiny world, choo choo.